have a LinkedIn account? Okay. Then, basically, LinkedIn is one of the most common online platform where you connect with your peers and companies. All the major companies use LinkedIn, and this is like the best platform I've used to connect with all my companies and everything. And basically, we're gonna start with our profile. Like, does anyone want to share their profile for LinkedIn? Who thinks that their profile is like up to date? Nope.
I think mine is pretty up to date, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. You're the expert, Hitesh, so.
No, so the first thing.
I think mine's up to date too. Mine is too.
Whoever thinks that like profile updated, just like share their links in the chat, so that like people can just view it to see how they look. So basically, these are the three important first sections that appears when a person goes to your profile. The about section where you just say like, what's your degree, if you graduate or not, that should be really small because usually it's going to get skimmed through. People are just going to read the first sentence and they're just going to move on. And for your activities and article section, if you have not written any particular article or you've been published anywhere, then I think this is a section for you. You can put in your links and you'll get viewed. But one of the first mistakes a lot of people do is they put their resume or portfolio in LinkedIn. That's not what we have to do. You should never put out your portfolio or your personal projects on LinkedIn. It should just be your articles or if you've been published on any website. And
why is that, Hitesh?
Because basically, if you're giving it a company needs to reach out. Like if you apply for a company and you need to apply with whatever you have, whatever they specifically ask. Like you shouldn't put your work for public. If they ask for your portfolio, then only put it in your resume as a link, but don't put it in your profile. You should only provide your portfolio when like they ask you to put it in your resume. Don't just put it on like your LinkedIn. Like I always put it as a link on my resume. And then the experience section. The experience section is the most important section. You don't have to write like a bunch of stuff when you write your experience section. You just need to like 5 to 7 more most important points. Like what is actually that you learned from or what is actually that you did, and it's going to be useful for your future manager. I'll show you my profile. Like I've just chosen like 6 points in this, 4 in this, 4 in this. I've just I'll use all the important points that like the future employer needs to know. Like you don't really have to write everything that you did because it might not be useful to them because they want to read less, but they want to know the most important skills about you. So this is over here, like in order, shorter, less strategy. And then let's get to the best part is like the job search. So when you do a job search, like the best part is you can apply to any city from LinkedIn. So like maybe apply for the same, like I have interior designer, like this is how your job thing should look after a week of like job researching. If you look at it, like I've searched for AutoCAD drafter, architectural drafter, interior designer, interior design, like these are all different types. They're all the same jobs, but they're just different names for them because you might not know like what they're putting it out to apply for. So this is how something your job search should look. And now what I'm gonna do a tutorial of like how to connect to your company, like when you're about to apply for a company or when you apply for a company, how to connect to the manager. You should and like this is gonna be recorded, so it's gonna get to everyone. let's just say, for example, I am selecting this, and this is the company. This is the company that wants to hire me, and it says like it's 1 to 10 employees. So like if you want to apply now, you can just go ahead and apply. And after the application, if you feel you want to connect, you like it's been a week or it's been a month and they still haven't gotten back to you, this is the best way to check how the hierarchy works in a company. When you go there, their website, if it's a bigger company, usually they have like all the employees that are here. Like if you see, this is like not a very like well-known company, but like, do you see over here like owner, business manager? So this is the person that you have to reach out to. You should never, like, after reading the hierarchy, you should try to avoid reaching out to the owner, because sometimes they do not appreciate us like bugging them, because this might not be the important, because they're not even in charge of hiring people. So always look for the is either going to be talent hunting department, management. Those are the people you need to reach out to, and like just put in a message, hey, I applied for a week back and everything. And let's just say before application, there's a company I want to just see how, like, you know, like as an international student or like different ethnicities, just want to see like how the diversity is. Do they give opportunity to interns? And you can kind of see the growth prospectus of like how people have grown in that company. So it might give you a better idea. Like, for example, if this is, let's just say this is a company in New York. This is a big interior design firm that does handle like high-end luxury design. And she, this is private, but like, okay, for her, let's just say this is a person, and it says, okay, like after 7 months of internship, she moved to a full-time job. And it's things like this, like just a week ago, like this profile was available, that's why I was choosing this, but now that it's full. This she is the design director for this firm. She started as an intern in 10 years, like 10 years ago. And if the profile was open, you could see that she jumped from an intern to design director within 10 years, where she jumped like 5 positions every 2 years. So that's the kind of stuff that you can look into when you're applying to a company, because that actually might help you to understand what kind of growth perspectives do they have. Do they actually give opportunity to newcomers, or are they set in like senior designers or 10 years experience? Because a lot of jobs over here, I wish I could show you all of them, but like a lot of jobs over here, they would say that they're let's find an entry-level job. Like sometimes they apply for entry-level job and they expect you to have 5 years of experience. So those are not the companies that you're going to apply to, because you're going to get rejected. Like, you're either not going to get a reply or you're going to get rejected off the start. Like, see, this is the company, like when you read how much experience does it want, because sometimes they do need postgraduate experience for like 2 years, 3 years. Like this company does not mention anything. It just says degree in interior design and 1 year of interior design experience. So if you have a year of internship experience and you're about to complete your degree, this might be the company you want to apply to. So always pay attention to what kind of experience they do need. Now, how, like for a firm that has, let's just say RH has 23 of my school alumni, and let's just say I do not have any connections in this firm. I just have 23 school alumni. I would try to see who is the most recent graduate, because they can kind of relate to us, like who is the youngest out of them, and just reach out to them and say, hey, how's it working there? Like, do you think you can inform me about an opening, or is there any opening in your this office? And just this, I got an offer from Restoration Hardware because this was my connection. And I asked her, the manager of the office, and I directly emailed to the manager. And that's how I got an interview set up. I didn't apply to the website. I had to apply later on. And then there are a lot of UCD groups for design and such as this, where they post opportunities for design students. So when you make your LinkedIn, or like if you have LinkedIn, you should definitely join this kind of groups. And you can use LinkedIn for actually like not just connecting with everyone, but you can use to do courses and like take quizzes and get endorsed. Let's just say you have a previous internship and your company is on LinkedIn. You should definitely reach out to them and say, hey, I've put these skills in my LinkedIn page. Can you just go and endorse it? Because these endorsement is like a surety to the hiring manager that you're actually capable of like doing the work. So if you see like I have like for these two, I've hired like 2-3 people have endorsed me. I have 2 for this, 1 for all of them. So it's just good, looks good on your profile. And another thing is you should take these skill quizzes. The skill quiz is just like extra bonus that you can just tell that you know all about all that stuff. Like it's good, but it's not like something that you should prioritize. And if you're trying to learn from like our school does not make us teach like Revit or AutoCAD properly, you want to just learn, you can search through courses. LinkedIn does offer you courses. Like these are some of the courses that you can do, and they teach you. I got a lot of help from AutoCAD from LinkedIn, honestly. Like they're just videos you can follow along, you can just save them, you can watch it later. And LinkedIn does like they have proper courses as well, and LinkedIn gives you I think 10 free courses, so make use of that. Do you guys have any questions or like anything to say till now? Not yet. Okay. So what we can do right now is like you guys can go to your LinkedIn, just take like next 10 minutes to just look at 2 to 5 companies and just see if you feel like you can apply there or not. Just shortlist 2 to 5 companies, then you'll apply in the rest of the week. Just go ahead and just search. I just want to see if you can like do the job search.
Also, something I found super helpful when looking for internships is when you look in the job category, like if you type interior design or something, you can filter out the experience level. So you just type internship and then it goes down from like 10,000 jobs to only like 200. So then you can filter them through. And I know like a lot of companies are doing remote. So like that is something to take into consideration if you're looking. Usually I just type it. I'm from the Bay Area, so I just usually type in San Francisco Bay Area for the location. But it is helpful. Some companies just do worldwide and they're doing virtual internships. So there is that option too. Just a little food for thought.
Could you text the prompt into the chat, Nitesh?
Yep. I'm just
Thanks.
Did that kind of answer that?
Were you talking to me, Hitesh?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this one, it works for one. Another company, their website isn't working. And people just need to get on their shit. But yeah, thank you.
One more thing that I wanted to say for the LinkedIn with the job search was when you search and when you put your skills down over here, when you go for the job search, like it usually like sometimes it mentions over here that your skill set matches the profile or your profile matches the company. So if you like diversify your skill set, like it kind of gives you the job that that is like parallel to your skill sets. So like if you put down like AutoCAD and stuff, so like it'll match it with jobs that do require AutoCAD and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like this is a job that does not like, it does not say that we do need a degree right away. So it just says you need to have 2 years of professional experience. So it can be internship, like 2 years of internship. And if you're just about to graduate or like you have like a semester away from graduation, just like apply to them and just reach out, hey, I have 2 years experience and I would like to apply, and just go ahead and apply. And once you upload your resume, it's always over here. So you can just directly get it from here. You don't have to select it or anything. And once you answer some question on LinkedIn, they automatically save it. So you don't need to answer like basic questions all the time. Did everybody find some company that they're interested in? Does anybody want to put their company down in the chat and we can all go through, like look at it and like just see how we would evaluate that? It doesn't matter. You can do any company, just put it in the chat.
I think I'm still gonna need to get my sea legs a little bit, but I'll give you a company. The few that I was able to find. It's RH Design in Corte Madre, California.
RH Design.
Or it might just be RH.
Yeah, let me check. Like this company.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually like, if you look at, there were 5,000 and almost like 4,500 employees on LinkedIn, and this company is actually 10,000 employees. So what I noticed is that yeah, you can get these positions on like experience, like if you see they have like position everywhere and all the time, because they do require like, if you get a job of like interior design like consultant, that's basically you're going to be on the floor and like talking to the clients and just directing them what furniture might look good in their place and doing like small CAD work. So like if that's what you want to do, like go like, then that's the one you should apply. But let's just say like you want to do drafting, you don't want to like interact with clients and just like suggest them furniture, because that's not what you want to do. You want to do actually more technical work. So this is something that you would look at, architectural 3D, and like RH does have a lot of school employees, so definitely reach out to them and like ask them where they work. They give you direct emails of their managers, and that's an easy thing to do. But this is a big company, so growth perspective might be a little bit less than usual. Like a mid company is always the best to go, like 50 employees or like 10 employees, 100 employees, because there you can become more important part of their team, and the more important part of the team you get, like you're gonna get more growth perspective, and they're gonna value you more. You have a higher chance of being promoted faster, and therefore like doing better in life. Over here, I just see 10,000 employees, and like it's gonna be impossible to like.
Absolutely,
kind of
that's a
just-
great point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And like, before you apply, like these companies these companies are open, applications open like 24/7, like week, and you can like see what they require, and you can take like a quick 2-week course of the things that if you don't have, let's just say you don't have like SketchUp, like you've never done SketchUp, you can take a 1-week course on LinkedIn, and you can just have that skill set again and just apply then. Or you can apply because they take a week usually to reach out to you, and by the time they reach out to you, you can have the skill set ready. Like this is also a big company, and these are like the employees. So these people, like, see if these are the people, and you should never hesitate to reach out to your alumni, because usually they help you out a lot. They will give you a direct number, a direct contact to the people you actually need to talk to. And you can see, like, let's just say if we click on her. Oh, so she's been a senior architect at this company for 4 years and 6 months. So something tells me that like he's been treating her right. So, and the job description for this. So this is technically a job where you would apply, but they do require a lead accreditation. So you might have, so if they reach out to you, you might have to say that you're in process of getting your accreditation. You might get the accreditation during first 6 months of the job. So if this is a thing and you plan to do it while the job, just put this on your resume, and inside the bracket, just put in progress. Do you guys want to look at more companies and just see, well, how do you do this?
Maybe if you want to show us one more, maybe a smaller company, just see what that looks like.
Okay, yeah. So this is like 11 to 15. So this is the one I was, but this says a candidate must have 5 years of experience. So no, definitely not this. This is also 11 to 15. Okay, so 2 to 4 years. This actually, if you have 2 years of internship, this is a perfect thing. The company is not that like big, and this is a person from our school. Okay. This, even this guy has like his skills endorsed by everyone who he worked with in the past, and like in the current company as well. Like this is like a surety that people get when you like are endorsed on LinkedIn. So if you have had past experience, just go, you should just hit up your bosses, ex-bosses, or ex-coworkers and be like, hey, like, would you mind endorsing me on LinkedIn? It just takes a minute, and I'm pretty sure they won't mind. Like if I had to reach this person, I would say, oh, you need premium for. Yeah, and go ahead. If you guys want to go premium, just buy a premium and like message these people and be like, hey, I'm a fellow Aggie of yours. It's good to see you, your fellow schoolmate in the same company as well. And I'm really interested to work with you guys. Would you guys mind like giving me an interview, or is there a website where I can directly apply? Are there openings in your company? Okay, so this is also an open like entry level position. If there's only 1 to 10 employees, so you'll be involved in like everyday like design process like all the time because it's just 10 people. So you might have to take more responsibility over here, and that way you can grow, like that way you can become an important part. And actually, like if you want to stick with this company, like you might be able to go to a senior designer within 7 years, 5 years, instead of like after 10 years, which is usually what they require for senior designers. And just see if they just need 1 year of experience, which is pretty doable for a senior at UCD. Or even as a junior, you have an internship, you might reach out to them that, hey, you can do a part-time role there. Like, of course, you can like do have an internship thing better, like when you just put it over here. Like like my settings are for internship over here, and like LP, this is for education. So if you're interested in this, they straight up give you like they coordinate with your school automatically. Wherever it says education, they coordinate with the school automatically, and they give you can get 6 units from this internship at one go if you want. And just to throw it out there, our school only allows us 15 units of internship in total. Like 12 units is counted towards our degree. Three cannot be counted, but you can only do 15 units of internship. And after that, the internship wouldn't be counted as units. Like this is a good firm. And if there's something you're looking for, they just want a part-time position, 2 to 3 days a week. That's it. It's an internship position. If you guys are interested in this, you should definitely apply to this. Do you guys have any questions or anything do you want to say or ask?
I'm curious. So the design firm that you just pulled up, there was that one position for.
Yeah.
It was Kennedy Cole Interior Design. I looked that up and I couldn't find it, and it showed up as a filter, but I couldn't find the organization itself. Is that, do I need to look for that somewhere else, or
Yeah,
does my profile need to look a certain way?
Just copy the name of that company and put it on Google search. The company will come up, and just look at their website from like Google. Don't like, if it's not there on
Oh.
LinkedIn, like some companies just do not choose it like that.
For sure, for sure.
And one more thing, please watch out for scammers, because there are a lot of scammers on LinkedIn as well. They will offer you international positions, and they will say, oh yeah, I will get you an internship in Paris, but it'll take $200 or something like that. Just straight up like ignore those mails. Those are not worth your time. They do, like if you talk to them, they do seem legit. Like they'll give you like testimonials from past clients and all that, because it's all fake, and like they'll show you the companies and they have open position and everything, but after you give them the money, they'll like straight up block you, so you can't even reach out to them. So just stay off that.
Sounds good. Well, that's pretty fantastic. Do you have anything else to go over, Hitesh?
I don't think there's anything more for the LinkedIn workshop. I just want to see if you guys have like any questions, or like you just want to give LinkedIn a go and see what you guys come up with. Like, I used to apply to three companies every day because it's like it takes 2 minutes to apply. Once you apply, once like everything is safe. So I used to apply. I used to wake up and just it's like 3 clicks away. I used to apply to like 3 companies a day.
That's awesome. That sounds like a
Someone
great
will
process.
definitely reach back out to you because there's some company somewhere that's perfect fit for you. There'll be always be one company there for you.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much. Does anyone have any other questions for Hitesh? Cool.
I have a quick question. Sorry. So I know you mentioned earlier that do not upload your portfolio like on the profile page. I might have missed it, but your resume, it is should I upload it in my profile, or should I just upload it onto like the specific jobs that I'm applying to?
Usually like some companies, what I've had experiences, sometimes they reach out to you after they're impressed with your resume. And once you've been shortlisted from that, they say, hey, do you have any work that you can show us?
Right.
And then they usually ask for a PDF or a website, and that's when I show it to them. Or some companies specifically say in the description, include your portfolio link on your resume.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Because they never want to do the extra work of going through your LinkedIn and then selecting your website from there and then looking at your portfolio.
Yeah. So they want it like directly to them.
Yeah, they just want a direct link to your portfolio when they ask or on your resume. That's most likely they're going to do it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But as far as having your resume, you don't want to necessarily link that on your profile either. You just want to give that to people as you apply.
Yep.
Awesome.
And like your LinkedIn profile, if it's like up to date, it's like usually a good sign because companies do like offer like a more socially active, like on a professional platform person who can just like be available and they know that you're actually like updating your work and you actually care about it. So it just looks good if you have an updated LinkedIn profile. And I do not have a professional picture yet for that my LinkedIn, but if you have a professional picture, that is always better. And it doesn't matter if like it's not about your whole body, it just needs to be like shoulders, neck, and face. That's like perfectly fine. And for interior design, your background, it can be one of like a glimpse of one of your projects. Background picture for your LinkedIn. That's also a small thing that like if you want to do it.
Awesome. Well, unless anyone has any other questions for you, we'll probably wrap it up there. Thanks again so much for doing this workshop. I know I found it super valuable. I'm sure others did as well. And this is being recorded, so we'll upload this on the Discord and put it in the newsletter. If anyone has any like just simple LinkedIn questions, can they reach out to you on Discord or anywhere else?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Discord, email, anything, that's fine.
Awesome. Sweet. Well, thanks again, Hitesh.
No problem.
Thanks
Thanks,
everyone for
Hitesh.
coming. Yeah.
No problem. I hope this was like helpful because I hope I didn't like, speak too much. I wasn't that boring.
That was very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect. just to reiterate, next week we will be having another online meeting. We will be having a resume workshop, so continuing this professional theme, like Hitesh said earlier. I'm trying to get one of our career counselors to join us for that. I believe it is a possibility, but if they're not able to make it, then hopefully we'll be able to get a lecturer in, because we've got a couple people on standby for that as well. But that should be great either way. So join us for that. And yeah, no immediate updates as far as us being on campus when we do hopefully return, but we will let everyone know when we know. I emailed the person who's in charge of rooms, and I haven't heard back from her yet. But again, we will let you know. So thanks again, everyone, for coming. We hope you have a great rest of your evening, and happy winter quarter.